Guys, this is literally how I've been screaming all day. Hey! As to why I was screaming or I've been screaming this much, guys, I'll let you know as we go on in the video. But in the meantime, let me talk about something very important, okay? One of my friends just recently had a baby. She's done with maternity leave. She has to go back to work. And childcare is an issue, guys. Childcare is an issue. So recently she sent me a link. She's gotten a job that is a work from home job, okay? So hopefully she can be taking care of the baby as she works, okay? This person is a band 6 nurse in NHS in England, guys, and she's willing to quit to do this work from home job. First of all, this is how much she's going to get paid for this particular role, and she's going to work in her pajamas at home while she's still taking care of her baby. That is really good. It's got me thinking. She's actually sent me the link, right, that I can also apply. And I said, why don't I make a video about this for other people that want to actually do work from home jobs? What are the options that you have? Stop that. At this point in my life, guys, at this point in my life where I have my British passport, at this point in my life where I don't need a COS, where I have my British passport, where I'm not tied to any employer, I don't see why I should still be struggling in life. I don't see why I cannot go to Ghana in December because your hospital or your trust says the policy is no annual leave on Christmas or New Year. I don't see why till date my rota will still clash with my husband's rota and then he has to take annual leave so that I can go. I don't see why I can be called by the nurse in charge. I don't see why I should be called because I've fallen sick what so number of times in a certain period. Oh God, it's just too much. So at this point in time, if you can actually work from home in the comfort of your home, I think it's an option that we can all look at. I have done a research, okay, on work from home jobs that are available in the UK for nurses. However, in my research, I realized that these jobs, there are more options in the US. In the UK, I could not actually find loads of work from home jobs, okay? But I will start by talking about the first one that my friend has gotten, okay? And I have mentioned this particular job or nursing role in many of my videos. I told you how I earlier applied, but when I first had a baby as well, I earlier applied, but I was told that because I am on a visa and I need a COS, they were not willing because they did not have a sponsor license, okay? So the first job I'll speak about is what my friend is doing now, which is stability nurse assessor or functional assessor job role, okay? I've been eyeing this nursing role for ages. If my son is 4 years now, I would say for 4 years. Honestly, like I said, the first time I applied, they called me. They were so happy for me to commence, to get an interview and all of that. They were going to give me a phone and a laptop, blah, blah, blah. But once they heard that I need a COS, they never called me back. So now it's on my mind. Okay, so this is what these people do. I think it's the most common work from home nurse job in the UK. So obviously with this particular role, you assess how someone's health is affecting their daily living or someone's disability is affecting them in general. You basically speak to the person, sometimes either in person, you go and visit them, or you do a phone conversation with the person. You have a phone conversation with the person or like a video call with the person from the comfort of your home. You speak with this person, you ask them questions. Obviously you'll be trained, and then based on the information that you get, you make a report, and then they'll see whether this person probably is not eligible for benefits and all of that. Is a huge role. But in a day, they usually have targets. I've seen adverts where they're saying that like in a day, you need about, let's say you need to assess at least 5 people and make 5 reports. And these reports are not like 50-word reports, like a very extensive, detailed report. So one of the things that you have to know how to do when it comes to this particular job role is to know how to type, and to know how to type fast. Because if you cannot type fast, obviously why you cannot write 5 detailed reports every single day. You understand? So for my friend, they sent her a link to do like a typing test even before they interviewed her, and they were looking for a certain number of words per minute that she should be able to type before they even grant her an interview. Okay, the good thing about this particular job is that it's not only for nurses or adult nurses. If you are a physiotherapist, if you are a paramedic, if you are an occupational therapist, you qualify as well to do this particular role. And most of the time they need obviously an NMC registration or the appropriate body registration for those that are not nurses. And then you also need at least 12 months experience working in that particular sector. So if you're a nurse, after your registration, you should have worked for at least 1 year as a nurse in, let's say, a nursing home, a hospital, etc. So you should have very great typing skills or IT skills because you'll be dealing with the laptop and the phone, right? You should have very great communication skills. You should be able to communicate because you'll be communicating with this and then deriving a detailed report from your communication with these people. The salary range I've seen is around 35,000 to as much as 48,000 pounds per year for this particular role. And bear in mind, with this role, you do not work nights, right? You do not work on holidays. You do not work on weekends. It's like a 9-to-5 job in your pajamas at home, guys. Tell me why this is not amazing. Let me just quickly show you an advert for this particular job role right now that I saw on the internet. Okay, so if we go here, so it says work from home, remote nurse assessor. Work from home, 37,500 per year. There's another one, and these are all on nurses.co.uk. This is also 39,500 per year. Functional assessor remote, all of these things, and then you can apply. So these are real live job vacancies that I'm reading live from the website. Okay, now the pros is that your hours are very predictable. You know that every weekend you're off. So once you're off, you can, plan stuff with your family over the weekend. And what I love about this is that, especially if you have children, you see, when your children are going to school, you can actually drop them to school and then you come and do your work. Okay, and by the time they come back home, you're probably just about closing as well, so you can spend the time with them. So it's not like 12 hours where you go in at 7:30, you come back at 8 p.m. By the time you come, your child is sleeping. They don't see you the days that you're working, and sometimes when you have to do nights, they don't see you. Yeah, it's like you're not in your child's life. It's that days where if I'm doing 3 days back to back, sometimes for those 3 days I'll probably not see my son because I leave the house so early. By that time he's not awake. I come back so late, he's just about going to sleep, and that's it for 3 days straight in a week. That's not fair on the little one. Okay, so if that is a bother to you, this is good. And compared to what I am getting, when we say 38,000 pounds a year, let me check the average in a month. Okay, that's 8,000 a year. So before tax, you're looking at about 3,166 before tax. So let's say tax and NI and everything, you're taking home about 2,400. Cool. For working 5 days a week, for working 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. That's great, isn't it? And there's less physical strain. You're not hoisting any patients. You're not wheeling anybody. You're not doing any moving and handling. You're basically just speaking, talking, which we all love, don't we? The cons is that there's a lot of paperwork, and for people that are into nursing because of the, that care giving, care providing, care, actually, those that are in nursing for that, this is not for you because this is more of a secretarial work. You understand? It's like you're speaking and you're writing. So for those that don't like this aspect of nursing, the paperwork type of nursing, you cannot do this. And I have met a nurse who used to do this and stopped to come and work in a nursing home. I asked her why. She said emotionally no, because she says that's her word. These are her words. I don't know. She said some of the cases were quite emotional and she just could not follow the rules. It's like she was taught not to be, I don't know how to say, but she was trying to basically say that they told her not to be too involved and not just use her emotions to say that, oh, it's okay, you deserve benefit, because somebody's actually going to go through the reports that you have written to see, right? So she said, nah, it was just too much for her emotion wise. But that was a white girl, so yeah, okay. And if you don't want to deal with paperwork, this is not for you. Now the second job, so the first one is my freebie. Now the second job I found is a health data analyst. So with this one, obviously, instead of giving paracetamol and metazapine, you will be analyzing healthcare data, okay, which is very, very important, especially with the way the world is going now. Data analysis is key to everything. So you're going to look at admissions, you're going to look at the outcome, you're going to look at public health trends, you're going to look at safety reports, you're going to look at feedback, you're going to look at reviews, and you turn that into insights for decision making. So let's say you work in an ED, let me use an ED for example. You're going to say that, oh, in the entire year, 80 people that initially came in with vomiting and diarrhea went back home and came back with the same condition about 3 to 5 days later. Okay, so they had to return back. So that means they were not properly cured, like a failed discharge. And we saw that all of these people lived around this area and they came around this time near autumn and winter and all of that. So you're just basically analyzing data, and obviously because you have prior health knowledge, it makes it easy for you to understand certain things, right? And then you can use that to help in making decisions to improve, the care that the hospital provides or their operations and all of that based on the data. Because if it's not being monitored, then we don't know exactly what's going on. You understand? Oh, there are about, let's say, 5 neonates that came with air issues and they all, God forbid, died, or and we realized it was because of this, that. You know, analyzing health data to help the hospital make better decisions, right? So that's basically what you do. So obviously with this one, it's just like normal data analyst. You need all of those IT experience. You need strong Excel, SQL, all of those things that the IT guys have been saying. Power BI, Python, a degree of informatics, public health. You know, if you have that knowledge prior, it's all good for you and all of that. So if you're an IT person or you want to go into IT now with all the money that these IT guys are making, and you even have healthcare experience, that's even better. You can actually go for this job. Their salary is around £35,000 per year to up to £60,000 per year, depending on your seniority. So this is really good, guys. And these are real jobs right now that I saw online for these jobs. Let me click. So there's Indeed. When you go to Indeed UK, there's healthcare data analyst job. Okay, so there is junior data analyst, there's planning data analyst, all of these things. Data migration lead, healthcare. If you click on it, it's also remote, like it says, and all of that, and it's full-time. So the pros is that obviously now these are high demand, okay, and then pay is quite good. And the negative part is that you are sort of like responsible for a lot of data, so you have to know how to protect data. But I'm sure that they're going to teach you all of that, GDPD, data protection, and all of those things. You have to be, you know, because you have a lot of, you know, very vital data at your disposal, sort of. And then you have to be good with IT, you understand? So that is the way with it. But honestly, I would have to look into it because this is juicy. 60,000 a year based on seniority. That's great. Now the third one I found is the NHS 111 call advisor. So you basically answer NHS 111 calls, okay? And then you are obviously trained, and then they show you how to respond. So people are going to call, oh, I found my friend on the floor, he's not breathing, what do I do? You know, so these people, they use the NHS pathway software to triage. You triage patients based on their symptoms, you triage people based on whatever they are telling you, and you're either going to tell them to rush to the ED, get an ambulance to go pick them up, or tell them to go back to their, you know, their GP the next day. Like, you know, you're basically you've been trained to triage and help people with what's happening to them. This one as well, you need to obviously be registered with the NMC, so you can be NMC registered, and then you can be a paramedic as well, or you can be in the allied health sciences, and you should have experience in acute care or in primary care. And obviously with the nature of the job, you're required to be able to keep your patients even in extreme circumstances, okay? Not like the person has phoned you panicking and you're even more the one panicking more than the person that has phoned you for help. Do you understand? This one as well, they are getting around £30,000 to £45,000 per year, and this is based on your level and then on social hours that you're working. And these are jobs that I found live as I'm talking to you. There's Practice Plus Group NHS 111 Health Advisor, that's the name of the role. And I also saw Connaught Resourcing Remote NHS 111 Clinical Advisor, up to 43,000. I'll leave all of these jobs right on the screen so you can see. Okay, so the good thing is that this one, you're still getting a bit of patient interaction. You're giving, you know, you're giving advice basically, and it's structured. Okay, so you're told exactly what to do. You see how, let's say when you call the ambulance 999, and then you tell them that, oh, I have a patient, the first thing they'll say, are they breathing? Are you by the patient? I would advise you not to give anything by mouth, not to da. It's like it's structured. It's like, it's as if you're reading, you know? Yeah, it's structured, right? The negative part is that it can be very high call volumes, and it can be very stressful for those who have done it. And if you're doing it from home, you need quite a very reliable setup because people need you, okay? So this is very good if you still want the adrenaline kind of nursing, you know, where you're, you know, but you still don't want to clean and change parts. This is for you. Okay, now the next one I found was the research nurse role here in the UK. I know of only one person that is a research nurse. She's doing cancer research in the UK, right? She's from Ghana originally. This one, you help run clinical trials, you recruit patients, collect data, you monitor patients remotely, making sure everything is, you know, GCP compliant. A lot of follow-ups can be done by phone, online, so it's often hybrid. You also need to be obviously NMC registered. You have research experience, is good on GCP certification. The salary is very good, £37,000 £40,000 to £55,000 depending on your employer. And I saw a few of these jobs online as well. I'm going to leave the jobs that I found right now that are live, okay, on the screen so you can see. The very good thing is that you're part of cutting edge medicine. Basically, it's like the research you're doing is probably going to show how maybe the next medication for cancer is made, or so it's a very good thing that you're part of it. It's intellectually stimulating as well, so it's quite good. And sometimes it can require site visits, and it can be tied to funding, and strict regulations, right? Before I go on to the next one, guys, the reason why I was screaming is that Gamma just released Gamma 3.0, and guys, it is an agent, it is an API, it is everything. See, the thing is, I'm happy with AI, but guys, it is really scary. Like, this thing that happened, it shocked me. It was a good shock, but it's also very, very scary, guys. Can you imagine? With the new Gamma 3.0, I decided to give it a try. Guys, I am genuinely shocked and happy at the same time. I've been wanting to create my own website for long, right? I just told this AI, this Gamma 3.0, that, I want to create a website. This is even the free version, guys. I want to create a website. I am a nurse, YouTuber. I do this. Guys, in minutes, look at what it did. Guys, look at what it did in minutes. And it was almost so accurate, like as if I told it what to do. Obviously, at a point in time, I added a few things, like I help people with NCLEX, which I don't. So I edited those part out. But the fact that I was even able to think that because I'm a nurse YouTuber, I may have NCLEX stuff and all of that. I mentioned the immigration aspect of it. Guys, it drafted everything. See, I basically just went to gamma.app, okay? And then it says create with AI. It asks me if I want to paste in a test, if I want to generate, if I want to import a file. I chose the recommended one, which is generate. And then it says, what do I want? I selected a web page where you can select a presentation, a document, or for your social media content. Those that want to go into social media, but the issue is you have no idea what to do, what to post, and all of that. Just give it one sentence prompt, just anything at all. And then what it would derive for you, you will never lack content from now till you die. Jesus Christ. So it says 10 cards. I just chose the default one and I typed in website for my brand. Then I went ahead to say, as a YouTuber who talks about nursing, immigration, and also sell digital product, because obviously I have like my YouTube course and all of that. So I said that, right? And then I just clicked generate. So initially came out with an outline, okay? And then it says welcome. So I edited this, I put my name there. But guys, look at some of the cards. Registered nurse with hands-on experience and passion for helping others. I just gave it that sentence, that one sentence. And look at all of these cards that they came. It created a card about why follow me, real stories, trusted advice, explore my YouTube channel. God, it was great. Guys, it was awesome. I just edited a few things, I added my nursing cheat sheets to it, the interview cheat sheet, by the way. If you don't have it, I'll leave a link there, and my YouTube course and all of that, guys. And then I chose a theme, the color, how I want it to look like, and this is what it did. Guys, is this not scary? Look, is this not scary? Guys, it's so scary, is it not? It's so scary. And I can still edit it. And it gave me, I later on added my own pictures to the website, and I can just import this into my whatever, and then my website will start running. So guys, I'll leave my new website that I created with Gamma 3.0 in the description, and I'll show it on the screen so you can see, guys. Guys, I wrote on my, New Year goals that I want to have my own website where I have all my digital product that I sell on there and all of that. I have bought the domain for long, guys, and I paid somebody to do it. The person, guys, look at how this thing free. But this is very scary, guys. It's so scary. It's so scary. So I input my YouTube link and all of that. Guys, it's so scary. It's so good. It's so scary. I'm like, hey, like very soon, like what can't AI do? Guys, and people are not using it. Obviously, for me, it's just, I've seen people on social media using it to create social media content, guys. It can embed AI videos for you. It can use AI photos. It can generate presentations. Guys, this is really mind-blowing. This is really mind-blowing. It's actually doing the thing for you. It's not telling you how to do it. It's doing it for you, like live and clear. And guys, already there are 50 million users of Gamma and over 40,000 teams using Gamma, and over 700,000 presentation sites, documents are created in Gamma every single day, and over 1 billion AI images have been created in Gamma. Gamma is the new ish, guys. People are using Gamma to create an investor pitch deck, in seconds or in minutes that would have taken you hours to do in PowerPoint. Some people are also using Gamma to, like, they'll input a text in Gamma and then ask it to make a diagram out of it, or like create like a, something visually appealing for it. And then based on what you put there, it will create that image for you or that diagram for you. Amazing. People are using Gamma 3.0 now to generate courses to sell, courses that they're selling, guys. People are using Gamma agents to translate a lead magnet into different languages, and it is doing it. Guys, it's like, I like the fact that it's not just text. It's not giving you just text, it's giving, and this is even free, guys. Honestly, I am mind blown. I am mind blown, honestly, guys. It is gamma.app. Just go on there and I'll leave links to their social media so you can know what other ways that you can use the gamma.app. And then I'll leave, clips of what other people are using it for right now on the screen as well, so you can see on their social media, on their YouTube as well. You can see so many things that you can use this for, guys. So guys, visit the gamma.app on your device, okay, and start using it now. Just use the free version. You can also use the promo code or my link in the description to access it, okay? And guys, all of this that I just did is with the free version, so you can only imagine what you can do with the paid version. And you can use this promo code you see on the screen, or the link, my promo link, okay, to access it and try out the paid versions for free. Remember, just check out gamma.app. It's not gamma.com, it's gamma.app, okay? Okay, now let's go on to the last row. Come to think of it, like some of these work from home jobs, if they allow us to use AI, hey, the 9 to 5, it will be 9 to 9:30. But guys, don't listen to me. If you get any of these jobs, please follow the protocols, okay? All right, so the last one is a clinical nurse educator or a remote education nurse, something like that. So this one, you're a clinical nurse educator, you will be teaching. Okay, so let's say you are trained in, let's say, teaching new recruits for hospitals or people that want to renew their certificates for, let's say, moving and handling is more practical. So let's say fluid and electrolyte or safeguarding, right? So that's all you do. You've been trained, you're a safeguarding trainer. So you just teach people to do on safeguarding and maybe some other topics, right? And you can always work from home. So you share the link to the class prior, the people that you're going to train, and then, you train them from your home office, right? I'm sure you've had many trainings done online as well. Some of these people, that's their job. They just train, okay? And sometimes they can do it in their home. Sometimes they do it in an educational facility or like a hall or whatever. So you can also create e-learning content, you can deliver webinars, support staff, support education, you can support trust, universities, etc. Obviously, you need NMC registration, you need certificate in that particular program that you'll be training people on, right? And the salary is also around £35,000 per year to £50,000 per year. And I saw a few of them that I'm going to leave on the screen, a few roles right now that are live, okay, that they are looking for people, and it's on Glassdoor, okay, it's called remote clinical nurse. So the good thing is it's very flexible, it's creative, it's rewarding. For some nurses, they love to teach. Some nurses just love to teach, okay, they love to talk, they love to impart knowledge. This is for you, and you can do that from the comfort of your home with just a laptop, okay, just teach, and that's it. You are helping, training people the right way to go and do the right things on the ward to save lives, okay? So basically that's that, guys, that's that. But the way the world is going right now, I think I would either do the health data analyst, because I think right now that's the hot tea, like, that hot tea, and then maybe the disability assessor, that's also the thought on my mind, But if you do any of these jobs as your profession, I would love to interview you and get to know exactly how it's like. If you do any of these things that I've mentioned, please, or if you know anybody that does this, actually, please let me know, okay, if they're interested in, coming on the channel to share. I would love to interview you, to ask you more questions, how it's like and all of that. Because sometimes these things look good on paper, they seem easy on paper, but it's not like that in reality. So would like to know, please come on board and let's ask you. Or if you want to share in the comment section, please leave your comments as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go online and search for gamma.app and just give it a try, or use the link in the pinned comment or in the description of the video to just go and explore what gamma.app can do. Remember, this is the latest version, Gamma 3.0, and it is mind-blowing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Bye.